Hello everyone and welcome to the Inside Track Finish Line Pub here in Millville at the New Jersey Motorsports Park. And I've got our Assemblyman Antoine McClellan with us, who just had a birthday Saturday. Happy birthday, buddy.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
So what'd you do for your birthday?
We went out to dinner, my wife and I.
Oh yeah, where'd you go?
We went to Ocean. There's a noodle bar in Ocean Casino.
Oh, okay.
So we went in there, and then I donated a couple of dollars to the casino.
Me too. When I go, I always make a donation
Yes,
as well.
yes.
Yeah. I really like the Ocean.
Yeah, I do. It's nice and spacious, and they did a great job.
That's
yeah.
good. Glad to hear it. So were you born in Ocean City?
Yes. Born and raised in Ocean City.
So what hospital?
Us, Shore Memorial.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, so that's where
Yeah,
serves Ocean City and Summers Point.
Yes.
So as you were growing up, where did you go to school?
I went to Ocean City High School. So I started at the primary school, which is literally a half a block away from my house. Then I went to the intermediate school for junior high school, and then to the old high school. They've since built a new high school since I've graduated from there, but to the old high school in Ocean City. So I was able to walk to elementary school and to the high school, but then we got bused to the junior high school.
Oh, okay. That's good.
Yes.
So, did you always think you wanted to get into public office?
No, I had no interest in it whatsoever.
So Bobby Barr talking?
Yeah, he was one of the first people that I called when I got involved with school board, and then also with city council. So actually, I didn't call him; he called me because it was in the paper that I was going to get involved. And he said, "Whatever you need, I got your back. We're going to do this together." And at that point, he was. I think it wasn't Congressman Van Drew. It was Assemblyman Van Drew or Senator Van Drew that he was working for.
That's right.
So, but he's been a supporter of mine and a great friend of mine since I was in high school. He's a few years younger than me, but he's been a great friend of mine. So we laugh and bust each other's chops when we can. But it's a great relationship that we have.
No. Isn't he a Kansas City Chiefs fan?
Yes. Unfortunately, he's a Kansas City Chiefs fan.
Well, they're my second favorite.
Yeah.
Eagles.
Yes.
I'll tell you, for those that don't know Bobby was born with a disability.
Yes.
And yet, I'm telling you what, when I talked to Bobby, he would go door to door to door. What was that, 4th District?
He was in the 4th Ward. Yes.
4th Ward. And in Ocean City, it runs by wards as
Yes.
council people. And Bobby would knock it off and go out there and bang on doors. He'd get elected. He's now moved up to
county commissioner. Yes, yes, unbelievable. And he's out there and about, and he's at more places than I am. And I know this is public, but don't tell him I said it. He's a great young man. I love him to death. He's a dear friend, and I would do anything for him. But I didn't say that publicly. Remember that.
Who doesn't love Bobby?
Yes,
Let's
you're right.
face it,
Yes, no doubt about it.
He is such a great guy. In fact, he was a Democrat when Van Drew was a Democrat because he worked with a congressman. And then, of course, when Congressman Van Drew switched to become a Republican, Bobby.
Yes, but he'll tell the story that he switched before Congressman Van Drew.
Oh, maybe he got the congressman.
Well, he said that they had a conversation because of course he worked for him, and the congressman was in D.C. and he was at home, so he went and switched after the conversation with the congressman. So he'll tell everybody that he was a Republican before the congressman was.
But he had an inside track.
Yes,
he
did.
What a good guy, And Lenny Desideri, another great guy.
Unbelievable, and one of the very few that holds 2 positions.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
So he's the mayor of Sea Isle and the county commissioner. He's the director of Cape May County Commissioners.
Yep.
And like he likes to say, he's from the capital of Cape May County.
Sea Isle. Yeah.
Yes.
Even though Cape May Courthouse is the capital.
Yes.
Or the county seat.
The county seat. Yes, absolutely. But unbelievable guy, and everybody knows and loves Lenny.
Yeah. Well, I was telling Antoine before we went on the air, my first property I bought in 1989 was in Sea Isle. It's Townsend House Condominiums at 85th and Pleasure, and it was a beautiful 2-bedroom condo. And I had 2 children, a boy and a girl, and as they were getting older, I needed to go get at least a 3-bedroom facility. So I went and moved to 75th and Pleasure, 4-bedroom, 2-story, 3-story, I guess, house. A beautiful place, and kept that up until I split up, and then I had to settle and get rid of the house. But I love Sea Isle. 30 years I spent there. But you know what, too, Antoine? I really like Ocean City. I love the Ocean City boardwalk. Really.
Yes.
Take the kids there. Well, of course, Sea Isle doesn't have a boardwalk. They have the promenade.
The promenade, right? Yeah. But Ocean City is America's greatest family resort for a reason, and we try to keep it that way. The boardwalk is great. The beaches are great. and the people are great. You know,
Yeah.
in the winter we're about 10,000 people.
Yeah.
Year-round residents, and then we balloon up to anywhere. It could be 250 to 300,000 people during the summer. So it's amazing, and we have Night in Venice coming up on Saturday, which is
that's fantastic.
our biggest time of the year of our summer season actually, and it's a great boat parade, and a lot of people come down to enjoy our festivities.
Well, it's interesting. I don't know if it was Nick Caseldo. One of my friends said to me how smart the Republican Party was in Cape May County when Senator Testa and you and Erik Simonsen ran in 2019 right?
Yes.
For office. And I got a funny story on that too. Anyway, he was saying what they're picking, not only good people, but you coming from one of the bigger towns, Ocean City, 10,000 full-time residents in Cape May County is a lot.
Yes.
And Erik came from Lower Township, where he still is, and they were pretty good sized community
they're the
as well.
biggest.
Yeah. Okay. So I mean that was smart in that aspect of it. But I got to tell you this story. I was nominated by the Democratic Party in Cumberland County unanimously to run against you.
Oh.
And anyway, I'm all excited about it. Well, I get a call from the then Democrat congressman, Jeff Van Drew. 3 times I went to him and I said, Jeff, can I run for assembly? I've got 30 years experience. No. I said, okay. So this time I thought, well, hey, the whole Democratic Party in Cumberland County unanimously supports me. I didn't have that much support in Cape May County. So he calls me, he says, Jim Quinn, I just want to let you know, I, Jeff Van Drew, the titular head of the Democratic Party, am telling you, you're not running. So I didn't run. So in fact, Joe Condo and I were talking about it the other day. The good thing was you would have beaten me anyway, so I would have lost. But I was a little ticked off at that. And then 6 months later, the titular head of the Democratic Party was kissing the ring of Donald Trump and became a Republican. Hey, man, you can have both sides of the aisle. I guess you do what you want. But to his credit, that man's everywhere. He's all over the place. He's, one of the best campaigners you'd ever meet in your life.
100%.
But it was interesting, too, when you think about it. He supported, I know Bruce Land,
Matt Milam, yes, and Bob Andrews.
That's it, thank you.
Yes.
So they were his people, and they had been running with him one time or another. Andrzak and Land were his assemblymen, but Milam had been his assemblyman a while back. So that was the team he picked, and they ran as the Van Drew team.
Yes.
And this guy, and Erik Simonsen, and Senator Testa kicked their butts. And Joe and I were talking about it. I said, Joe, I guess it was good that Van Drew shafted me because I would have lost it anyway. This way I didn't have to worry about running.
Well, we were able to put a good team together. Senator Testa being out here in Cumberland County, and everybody knows the Testa name and the Testa brand, and he likes to think it's all about him, but it's really about his father and his mother, who are two
amazing.
They're two amazing people.
They really
and do a lot of great things. But I like to bust his chops as well. But they're unbelievable. I call his dad Pop and his mom, and they'll do anything for you. And him as well. But he's a great family man. The senator is, and he got that from his parents.
Yes, he
did. And so we were able to put a great team together called Lightning in the Bottle, and we're young and a little bit crazy, and I think it was time for a little bit of change.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you, you guys have done a great job. And I said to Joe Condo the other night, and this I mean sincerely, Senator Testa is like unbelievable.
Yes.
The man's got a personality, he's charismatic, he's like a rock star. The guy is amazing, and you're pretty good too. I mean,
Thank you.
As you look at the team, and like you said, his mom, Senator Testa's mother, is the deputy mayor in Buena Vista Township.
Yes.
And Dad is one of the greatest guys you'd ever want to meet in your life. Phenomenal attorney, but a great man.
Absolutely.
And then I haven't met Trips yet, but I've seen him get his hair cut. But I'm sure that young guy's
Yes, and he's cut off right off the whole block. I mean, he's Trip and his 2 girls as well. His kids are great. Senator Testa's kids are great, and I like to laugh and kid with them. And he brings them out to certain cases, and we just play around and try to get on his nerves. And so it's always fun in games when we play around.
Well, then recently, if it isn't enough that he's got all these wonderful family members, I had Tom McCann on.
His uncle.
Tom?
Yes.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
Well, Tom. Yeah, his sister is married to Tom McCann.
Yes.
And it's like, wow. And Tom is a
very good guy. Yes. So I've been to his house, and we've talked a couple times and talked about Beach Patrol stuff and things of that nature. So Mr. McCann is great.
Yeah. He wrote a book called Guards.
Yes.
The book. I had him on. the show, and it's just another phenomenal person, you know. And it's interesting too when you look at the first legislative district. I don't think it's ever been as solid Republican as it is now. And what do you give the credit to besides you guys?
Well, it's just we're people, you know. We're all born and raised here, and we care about our communities, and we try to be there for the people. And I think it resonates, and people see that, and they know that we care. And so, you know, and all the other, like the county commissioners, the mayors, and we show respect to them, regardless if they're Democrat or Republican. They know that we'll be there to help them, regardless of whatever it is, as it was through COVID and whatever it may be. We're going to be there.
Now, let's be honest. You could count all the elected Democrats on one hand. They can't make counting. Very few.
Yes, that is true. But still, even with that, just think about it. You know, Congressman Van Drew, as a Democrat, carried Cape May County. Yeah, so regardless of, you know.
He was the exception.
Yes.
As much as I get ticked off at him, I got to give him credit. He was everywhere, and he was able to pull the votes. And as a Democrat, he was able to do all of that. You know, so that was quite a tribute to him. It really was.
Absolutely.
In fact, you know, I can't think of my lifetime. We had Jimmy Cafaro. My favorite senator was Jim Early. He was a good friend of mine. And of course, Nick Asselda, I love him. You know, of course, Senator Testa's fantastic. I look at the senators that were there during that period of time, and they were all Democrat, all Republican, except for Van Drew, who was the only one. I'm trying to think who he beat to become a senator.
To become a senator?
Yeah.
Oh. I cannot remember who he beat to become a senator. Was it Jimmy Cafaro?
Might have been. Yeah, I think it may have.
It might have been Jimmy Cafaro.
Yes, I think you're right. I don't think he beat. Maybe Asselda beat Nick. Maybe. Maybe it was. Got knocked out.
Yes.
You know, after a while.
Actually, it might have been. Yeah.
It could have been.
It could have been Nick, because Senator Asselta was after Cafaro, so it could have been Senator Asselta.
And he's one of my very best friends.
Great guy.
Yeah,
yes.
Enjoy him a lot. Did you ever meet Joe Spracio?
I did not.
Yeah, what a wonderful man. He was on the freeholder board with me. Of course, he's in the 3rd legislative district. But just one of the nicest guys you'd ever want to meet. Almost as good as you.
Thank you.
And there's the D'Addario brothers, Carmen D'Addario and Johnny D'Addario. They're in the 3rd legislative district, but Carmen and I served as county freeholders together, and Johnny is the mayor of Upper Deerfield Township.
Oh, really? Okay.
He's got a great personality. But I forget about, you now have Bridgeton, though, right?
Yes. Yes, we now have Bridgeton. Yeah. They took a couple of other smaller townships out of our district and gave us Bridgeton.
And still you're winning. And Bridgeton used to be a Democratic community. But I don't know if there's any Democratic communities anymore.
I think Bridgeton is still a Democratic community. I don't know if on their council, I don't know if they have any Republicans.
That's true.
Yeah. So, but we have a great relationship with them. You know, I talked to the mayor a bunch, especially if we try to get things done in a bunch of their council folks. So it's just a matter about relationships. And I think, you know, once you're in office, it's not about the party lines. It's about the relationships. And we all need help, and we all need to do a lot of things, because, you know, we always like to say here in the real South Jersey, they forget about us in Trenton. So we like to work together, and even to this day, you know, myself and Assemblyman Simonsen have a great relationship with Bruce Land Bruce Land and Matt Miley. So we have a great relationship with them. I haven't seen Mr. Andrzejak as much as I used to, but you know, but I see his family, and his family, you know, has a business down in Lower Township, the Red Brick. So the Red Brick. Red Brick Ale House. So they have a bar down in Lower Township, and we visit that as well. So we see his brother and sister-in-law.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's great. Well, we're talking with our Assemblyman Antoine McClellan. We'll be back to talk more with Antoine, but don't leave us. Erik Simonsen's going to be coming by sometime soon. When he gets here, Antoine's going to move out and let Erik come on in. We'll talk with him. We'll do all that right after these.
New Jersey Motorsports Park. Experience the adrenaline rush of go-karting on our challenging tracks, with arrive and drive sessions, available for all skill levels. Looking for something even more daring? Try your hand at axe throwing, and see if you can hit the bullseye. After a day of excitement, Relax at the Finish Line Pub Restaurant and enjoy delicious food and drinks. Group experiences are also available, so bring your friends and family. For an unforgettable adventure, visit njmp.com to learn more and book your experience today.
At Mintz Insurance, we're proud to have been serving our customers for nearly 80 years, offering 30 different insurance products for your auto, home, and business. And to help ensure that you're getting the best rates possible, we give you up to 3 quotes for every policy, so you can choose what's right for you. At Mintz, we're part of the community, local representatives, supporting events, and proud of it. It's part of who we are. Mintz Insurance. Call today and find out how we can help you save on insurance, or visit us at mintzinsurance.com.
More than a century ago, General Tire was born, right here in America. Since then, we've made a name for ourselves by making tires you can depend on. Tires built to handle any road this country can throw at them, and relied on by every kind of driver. So you know that no matter where life takes you, with General Tire, anywhere is possible.
Life puts a lot of demands on us. There's our jobs, those community and charity projects, our friends, and the demands of the family,
Happy birthday.
birthdays and homework, the upkeep and maintenance of our homes, cars, and possessions. Maybe it's time to really weigh out the things of greater importance, our relationship with God. Let us help you. New Life Church, Millville, New Jersey.
Welcome back to Inside the Track. My special guest is one of my favorite assemblymen, Antoine McClellan. And Antoine, this is your 6th year, right?
Yes.
And you're up for re-election in November.
Yes.
And so is Eric.
Yes.
One of the things Joe Condo had mentioned to me was this is the first time you and Eric will be running without having Senator Testa.
Correct.
Because the senator, basically, the assemblyman run every 2 years. The senator runs 1 4-year term and then 2 2-year terms,
yes.
or whatever. So anyway, what do you? I mean, in all honesty, do you really have to campaign a lot?
Yes, we do.
Well, to your guys' credit, you're out there working
Yes,
your tails
yeah.
off. You really
So
do.
we always run like we're scared. We don't want to take anything
Yeah.
for granted. We
Yeah.
want to make sure that the people know that we're still out there working for them, and they can call us at any time. And truth be told, our senator wouldn't allow it any other way. And the great thing about Senator Testa is he's also the county chairman.
Yes.
So just because he's not running on the ticket with us, he's allowed to run our campaign. Within the Cumberland County aspect of it, and the Cape May County aspect of it as well, we have our chairman there,
Who's the chairman?
Michael Donahue.
Oh, sure.
So he's the Cape May County chairman, so he helps. And then we have that little sliver of Atlantic County, and we have Chairman Don Purdy. So we have 3 great chairmen that work together very well, and we enjoy it, and we all care about where we live at, and we try to work. We work together well with LD2 team as well, which is Don Guardian, Claire Swift, and Vince Palestina. So we have a great relationship, and we just try to work together and make sure that we keep our constituents first.
Yeah, well, I mean, to your credit, you guys have done a great job. I really mean that sincerely. We're lucky in the 1st legislative district to have Antoine and Aaron. And of course, the senator is an amazing guy. That was funny. A couple of years ago, one of the elections, was when the sheriff was running, Mike Donato.
Mike Donato. So,
and Sandy Taylor, Jimmy Sorrow, and the lawyer.
Art Marchand.
Thank you, Art Marchand. Anyway, I got the word that they called Mike Donato the general, because he was on them, out,
Yes.
bang on doors, bang on doors, bang on doors, and they were working
Yes.
really. Now, here's a funny story. You're in the sheriff's department.
Yes.
In Cape May County. Anyway, I was in office 35 years between the city of Millville and the county
commission.
right?
Wow.
I never knew this guy. I said, I never heard of this man. They said, well, you're lucky, because he did undercover for the prosecutor,
Yes, so
so
you
I
don't
guess
want to hear
you
from him.
behaved yourself.
Yes.
I said, okay, but what a nice guy.
He's one of the nicest people that you'll meet.
Isn't he?
Yes.
Amazing
Yes,
person.
he cares.
Yeah, I mean,
Family guy.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, when I went over to the Bridgeton Invitational Baseball Tournament, who's dishing out the French fries and volunteering? Mike. And then he introduced me to his 3 daughters. They're into field hockey, and I just really enjoyed talking to him, and just a wonderful person. So even though I think this guy's young, he's older than I think. I think he's like 35. But so tell me first about your wife.
Yeah. My beautiful wife, Angela. I keep saying Mason. That's her maiden name. It's McClellan, but I call her Mason or Ange, or So she works for the Atlantic City Board of Education.
Oh, that's great.
She is the manager of enrollment K through 8, and she's been with them probably close to 15 years now, something like that. Yeah. So she's great. We have a daughter, Kataya, and a grandson, Joshua.
Wow. What's Kataya do?
She works for Johnson's Popcorn in Ocean City.
Oh, that's one of my
Yes, on
favorite
the boardwalk.
places.
Yes. So she works there, and she's been there for a while. She's living in Ocean City now.
Oh, that's good.
And our grandson Joshua will be going into 1st grade next year.
Oh, that's super.
Yeah, so it's good. We have a great time, and she heads north to go to work to Atlantic City, and I head south to go down to Cape May Courthouse to go to work, and so it's good. It's a great relationship, and we have a lot of fun. And we'll all 3 of us. Well, Joshua will not be on the boat for Night in Venice, but the 3 of us will be on the boat for Night in Venice. Yes.
So where did you meet your wife?
I met her at the Sands Casino in Atlantic City. We both worked there. I worked there for 10 years.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I worked there for 10 years. I was a slot supervisor, and she was a pit clerk supervisor. So we met there. We dated for 20 years and got married. Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Tough time making
Yes.
a commitment
Yes.
here.
I like to blame her. She blames me. But,
Well, at least it worked out.
Yes, it worked out. Absolutely.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
fantastic. So, your son's just going into 1st grade? you said?
Yes.
In Ocean City?
Yes.
So you're still living like
Yeah,
North
so
Ocean City?
we bought we bought my parents' house, and we remodeled it, and then so we're there. She had a house in Agarbur Township, and we're renting that one out. Yes.
Are your parents still there?
My father passed about 26 years ago now, and my mother's still alive. She's 86. She'll be 87 in November, and she's loving it and relaxing, enjoying retired life. And the only problem that I have is that her and Angela are great friends, and I'm the only male in the house, and it's bad on me sometimes. But other than that, it's good. They're the best of friends, and they go out
That's
walks
nice.
and have great conversations.
That's
so
fantastic.
yeah, which is great. It's great for me, great for my mom, and great for Angela that she takes such good care of my mom to make sure she has everything that she needs.
That is nice.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Now, I got a big, tough question for you here. What is your favorite pizza in Ocean City?
My favorite pizza in Ocean City is Preps.
You know, I've had other people tell me that. It's funny because I have had season tickets at Citizens Bank Park for 21 years now. They've been open. And they have Manco and Manco pizza there.
Yes.
And I've had Manco and Manco's because I know where it is. And that's where I go. But a lot of people have said that
Yeah,
too.
Preps. Yeah, and
I have to try that.
You
I'll
got
say,
you
Antoine, step me in.
definitely got to try that. Get down to Preps. Mango is good.
Yeah.
But I'm a Preps guy. And
Wait, did you grow up with Preps?
no, I did not.
Okay.
No. So there's a couple other pieces that you try to find one, but then Preps was just it for me.
It was funny. I actually 50 years ago, before you were born, I had a pizzeria in Millville, and it's still going.
really?
It's called Bim's, yeah.
Okay.
And during that period of time, there was only Bruni's was the name. And there are still Bruni's in Cape May Courthouse. There was one in Hamilton.
Yes.
And he started the franchise. And I ended up getting one of the fellows that worked for Bruni's. In fact, he still has the business now. And we started our pizzeria there. I guess my feelings were that what you grew up with. We grew up with Bruni's. I love Bruni's pizza because that's what I was familiar with.
Right.
And then we sort of copied their recipe. And of course, I love Bim's pizza as well. So it's like what you get used to. So where's your favorite restaurant? Now in Ocean City, you can't drink. So
Well, they have a couple social clubs in Ocean City, so you can drink.
oh, yeah?
So my favorite restaurant of all time, right now, I would say Cafe 2825 in Atlantic City.
Oh my God! Yeah, well, you know people.
Yes.
You can get in.
Yeah.
I can't even get in. Maybe I could go with you sometime.
Yeah.
Have you been to Chef Ola's?
I've been to Chef Ola's as well. So Chef Ola's is good. And
That's another time.
yeah, and I think they're St. Augustine people, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, are they?
Yes. So the good thing, the great thing about Senator Testa is he introduces you to a lot of great restaurants.
That's true.
So
yeah.
I've heard about 2825, and then Senator Testa got me in, and then he got me introduced to a couple people, so now I can kind of go.
Yeah, you
but
gotta know somebody.
yeah. But I love 2825, and I love Chef Ola's is good too.
Yeah.
It's tough to get in there too. Not as tough as 2825, but it's tough to get in there as well. But if for any type of restaurants I go to, I always check with the senator and get his thoughts and his recommendations, and he'll tell me about some sneaky good spots as well. But the interesting thing, there was a cheesesteak place that in Vineland. I want to say Vineland Tavern, something like that. It's now closed, but it had a great cheesesteak. And Senator interested in that because I would go to Tacos all the time in Ocean City, and that was my stop for a cheesesteak. But he's now telling me there's another one that I need to get to, and it's Stewart's in Vineland.
Oh, I love Stewart's.
So he owes me a cheesesteak. So Senator, you owe me a cheesesteak at Stewart's and some fries. Myself and Tripp. But that's what he tells me. That's a great cheesesteak as well. So I got to get over there and try it.
It's funny. I don't know about you. I go to a place and I get the one thing that I really love.
Yes, 100%.
Believe it or not, I love their tuna sandwich on raisin bread toast. It is phenomenal.
Stewart's?
It's Stewart's.
Oh, wow.
And I get the diet, root beer, and I love that. So I stay with that all the time instead of switching up. But there are a lot of great restaurants.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and in Ocean City, I prefer to go to Johnny Patty's on Asbury Avenue, and they have, I think, the best chicken salad. It's called a nutty chicken sandwich, and
I would love that.
They have it on their special nutty bread.
That sounds good too.
Yes, yeah. So
sometime after you get the cheesesteak, you got to try the tuna.
Yeah, you got
Stewart's as well. Yeah. In fact, Senator, folks, if you follow him on Facebook, he'll show you where he's at for lunch. He and his dad, and food. One of the places that he goes that I really like is Olympia Restaurant.
Yes,
Greek restaurant.
we had an event there. Yes.
Fabulous food.
Fabulous food.
Hey, speaking of events, I know you know this guy, and you've been there because he loves the Republicans. It's Sybil.
Oh yes. Oh, they have a great restaurant.
Don't they, though?
They have an unbelievable restaurant.
And when I take a date there, he gives them a ring, their choice of rings.
Really? Yeah.
One of my friends who's the woman I go out with from Cape May County, she came up with me, and she got a ring. He doesn't give the guys a ring, but he gives them a choice of any rings you want to have. But this is funny, Antoine. When I first had him on the show, I said, Sybil, all the time, 30, 40 years I've been doing shows, I always wanted to get a person with one name. I wanted Elvis or Cher, but they wouldn't come on. But I got Sybil now.
Yeah.
He is charismatic. Yeah. We'll be back with more with Assemblyman Antoine McClellan. We'll talk about some state legislation that he sponsored right after these messages.
New Jersey Motorsports Park. Experience the adrenaline rush of go-karting on our challenging tracks, with arrive and drive sessions, available for all skill levels. Looking for something even more daring? Try your hand at axe throwing, and see if you can hit the bullseye. After a day of excitement, relax at the Finish Line Pub Restaurant, and enjoy delicious food and drinks. Group experiences are also available, so bring your friends and family. For an unforgettable adventure, visit NJMP.com to learn more and book your experience today.
At Mintz Insurance, we're proud to have been serving our customers for nearly 80 years, offering 30 different insurance products for your auto, home, and business. And to help ensure that you're getting the best rates possible, we give you up to 3 quotes for every policy, so you can choose what's right for you. At Mintz, we're part of the community. Local representatives, supporting events, and proud of it. It's part of who we are. Mintz Insurance. Call today and find out how we can help you save on insurance, or visit us at mintzinsurance.com.
More than a century ago, General Tire was born, right here in America. Since then, we've made a name for ourselves by making tires you can depend on. Tires built to handle any road this country can throw at them, and relied on by every kind of driver. so you know that no matter where life takes you, with General Tire, anywhere is possible.
Life puts a lot of demands on us. There's our jobs, those community and charity projects, our friends, and the demands of the family,
Happy birthday.
birthdays and homework, the upkeep and maintenance of our homes, cars, and possessions. Maybe it's time to really weigh out the things of greater importance, our relationship with God. Let us help you. New Life Church, Millville, New Jersey.
Wow.
Nice place.
There are some nice places on Atlantic City.
Yeah. But Atlantic City, I wouldn't want to live there.
No.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's not Ocean City.
No, it's definitely not.
No.
Yeah.
Welcome back to our inside track. Jim Quinn along with Antoine McClellan, our state assemblyman. Antoine, I was looking at Erik's resume, and I'm sure you were supporting this too. The support of not bringing in the propellers, the
Wind turbines, yes.
Wind turbines. And that was for the main reason.
The main reason is that we felt as though it was, they're claiming it's green energy. We didn't think it was necessarily green energy. First and foremost, people want to go to the beach to relax, and they want to look at the ocean, and they don't want to see wind turbines, especially hundreds and thousands of them coming off of their ocean. That's not relaxing to us, and it's going to kill tourism. As you know, Cape May County is one of the biggest tourism places, not only in the state but probably in the United States.
Sure.
And so we don't want to do that. And also there was. There's debate about it. Is it killing wildlife? Is it not?
Yeah.
So it was never proven that it was not. So we felt as though that was another issue or problem. Then we have great fisheries in Cape May County, and so that was going to cause problems with them as well. So we thought that the cons outweighed the pros, and we were not in favor of it. And so great work by the folks in Cape May County commissioners, and also us, Congressman Van Drew, Senator Testa, and myself and Assemblyman Simonsen, along with some other assembly people up and down the coast and senators. And so we were able to get rid of, let me not say get rid of them, but hold them off and make them think really about their investment into New Jersey as a whole. And then also it was finally supported by the president. And so
That's right.
So at this point we don't have any wind turbines. And there's different ways to get clean green energy, and we feel as though like nuclear will be a better option than wind turbines off of our coast when you're drilling, and they're not recyclable. So there's a lot of things that didn't work out in their favor, and so we decided that we didn't want that in our community.
Well, I have to tell you, do you know anybody at Atlantic Electric I can talk to?
No, a couple people.
Okay,
Yes.
well, seriously, I need.
Yes.
The reason I say that is I have a developer who wants to build a computer storage place on my 22 acres of land in Upper Deerfield, and it's not your territory. But from what they tell me, it takes so much electric. The Atlantic Electric maybe doesn't have the ability to provide that. So my question would be to them, can you provide the necessary electric, which I hope you can, and if not, would you allow PSE&G to provide the electric? That's my question. I don't know whether that would be. But I had another guy that wanted to come, and he backed off because of the electric problem. And I got another one, and he said, well, don't you know anybody? I said, yeah, I do. He said, could you see if Atlantic Electric could provide us the electric service we need for the computer storage? Then actually, John Ruga,
Yes.
you know John, right? He's building one in Vineland on Lincoln Avenue.
Oh, wow.
Computer storage,
Okay.
gigantic place. Now, Vineland has their own electric, but I still don't think they would have enough to power all the electric that he needs there. So it's one of the things I was just curious about.
There's a couple lobbyists that'll work with Atlantic City Electric that we know, and we can reach out to, and we can definitely have that conversation. So we can talk off camera about that and set up that meeting.
I appreciate it. So what do you like to do? What's your favorite thing to do?
Relax.
Well, that's a good thing. You'll live a long time.
Yes. Well, I don't get much opportunity to do that, so I do like to relax, sit down with my wife and enjoy a movie and eat and relax, and that's it. But if I'm not relaxing and it's something of interest that we need to do, I'll go to a sporting event or just.
Now you're not a Kansas City Chiefs fan.
I'm not a Kansas City Chiefs fan. Definitely not. I'm a Detroit Lions fan.
Are you really?
Yes, I am.
Oh, that's neat. One of my friends, she's from Detroit.
Oh, really?
Well, they had a great season.
Yes.
She and I are watching the games, and she's pushing for them because she grew up in Detroit. That's neat. They really did well this
Yes,
year.
they did. It's been a long time since we've been able to root us, the Detroit Lions fan, for Detroit Lions.
What
so
made you Lions fan?
Barry Sanders. So I played running back in high school, and I was a running back person. So I would gravitate towards running backs. Like I used to like Tony Dorsett, and then there was a running back for the Seattle Seahawks that was named Kurt Warner, a Penn State guy.
Yeah.
So I liked him, and then I saw Barry Sanders as I was starting my football progression, and he was just my guy. I wore number 20 in high school.
Oh, that's neat.
So I fell in love with Barry Sanders.
Well, you must know one of my very best friends, Tom Williams.
Absolutely.
He probably made you a star. Didn't he?
Yes. Tom
Radio.
Williams. I talked to him off. Actually, I just talked to him yesterday. So we're on the Ocean City High School Athletic Hall of Fame together.
Oh, that's super.
So and he's a brilliant mind.
Yes, he
and
is.
And I have no idea how he keeps those stats and knows all those people
amazing,
from way
isn't he?
back.
Yeah, I know.
He's unbelievable. And he does a lot of great things. And it was good that they were able to recognize him with the press box named after him at Ocean City High School football. But there needs to be something else done for him because of the knowledge that he has, and nobody else has that.
Well, he's my idol because I've done Millville football since 1969. So Tom and I have a lot of things parallel. And he was kidding me. He said, Jim, when are you going to get the press box in Millville named after you? So I asked somebody, they said, oh, you got to be dead for them to name anything after you in Millville. I said, well, then don't name it after me.
Right.
Forget you. It's like, okay, thanks a lot. But no, I'm so happy for Tom. And Tom and I talk at least once a week, and we work together. If he's doing Radcocas Valley and Ocean City, Radcocas Valley, Millville, I take the feed, and then I'll give him feeds the Ocean City Millville game and stuff like that. What a nice field.
Yes. They did a lot. They did a lot of great work, and you're overlooking the ocean, so you can't complain about that.
Oh my God, no, I love that location.
Yes,
it's fabulous. It really is. At Ocean City, Will Morey was on he was a county commissioner, county freeholder.
Yeah, he's still county commissioner.
Still,
yes.
okay.
Yes.
And it was what made me feel good was Jerry Velasquez takes some heat a little bit. And Jerry really does a good job with the Cumberland County Improvement Authority. And anyway, I was on the South Jersey Development Council with Will Morey and with Lenny Desiderio and Ben Laurie. So I'm sitting there at the meetings, and at one meeting I felt so proud of Jerry and the Cumberland County Improvement Authority because Will said, Jim, I want to tell you, we are thrilled with what Jerry and the Cumberland County Improvement Authority did with our project at Route 9 and 47, the shopping center, and the movie theater and all that. And he came in and really helped them get the thing going at a great price, and put the bids out and did all that for him. And then Ben Laurie said, oh, Jim, we love that too, because he was able to get a program or a proposal for them to expand their court or their courthouse or Salem at half the price that they were looking at doing it for. So it made me feel really good. In fact, the other guy was from Atlantic County, I forget his name. But I felt, and I've told, because there was some pushback about Jerry, and I said to Joe Kondo and other people, I said, look, I'm telling you the truth. This guy does the job. He knows what he's doing, and he's done a great job. And when the other counties are saying, your guy's good, then he must be pretty darn good.
Yeah, that's for sure. So we're fortunate to have some great people around here.
Yeah, we really are. Who's your sheriff?
Sheriff Bob Nolan.
How long has he been sheriff?
He's been sheriff. He's in his third term. Okay. So he's deciding if he'll probably run again in 26 for his fourth term.
Do you think you can't? You can't run for sheriff because you're a senator.
Correct.
Earlier you brought up a very good point about Lenny Desiderio. He's probably one of the few elected officials in the state that holds two titles.
Yes.
Mayor of Sea Isle and chairman of the county commission.
Yes.
And we've had, Joe and I and many of us have talked about, and to Lenny's credit, The Millville form of government stinks. The commission form of government is horrible. It is just a bad form of government. It doesn't work. And anyway, Lenny with Sea Isle, they had the commission form of government. He saw that. He went to mayor council. Lenny's mayor, and he has council people, who I know several of them.
Yes.
And that's worked very well for him. And because they run the election in May, he can then run in November for the county commission position.
The nonpartisan.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, good point. And he's such a good guy as
Yeah,
well.
he definitely is. And I think that form of government, the mayor council, kind of makes more sense.
Yes.
Because as a commissioner, you rarely know what all the department heads are doing, and understand it enough to be a part of that. Most elected officials are just trying to get their feet wet, trying to figure some things out. But to be head of a department is difficult. But it's tough. But I respect those that are running that way, and I feel as though the mayor is a better form of government. The mayor council is a better form of government.
I think there's only 3 or 4 commission form of governments left in the state of New Jersey. That's how bad they are. But I tried when I was in the city government to get it changed, and people didn't want to change it. But it just, if you look around at the cities, the Island is kicking butt. They're doing phenomenal. Millville, they fight with each other. Somebody's gone, somebody's in, somebody's out. It just doesn't seem to be functioning at all as it should be. And that's why we have the election coming up in November.
Yeah.
Our good buddy Ben Rahman is
up. Exactly. And it's tough because all the seats are up.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Right.
that makes it tough as well. It's better when you stagger.
Well, and the other thing too that I've often talked about, when I was county freeholder at the time, Chet Goodwin, who was a wonderful man, he was Jim Rowley's brother-in-law. He was a businessman, an accountant, ran an insurance company, sort of like Anthony.
Finucci.
Yep, Finucci. So anyway, Chet was the mayor. I really liked him. So I go into the ballot box and I look and I vote for Chet number 1. And I go down, I get to number 5. I go, this guy's an okay guy, doesn't do any harm, but he's really turned out to be the mayor. Boom, he goes right up to be the mayor. And it was, he's a nice person, but it was not his thing to do. That's what makes this form of government so bad. You just don't know. It's a roll of the dice who's going to get to be the mayor. And I mean, especially when you look at Mayor Finucci, and certainly Mayor,
Lenny Desideri?
They're both businessmen.
Yes.
They've got experience. They know what they're doing. And they have the personalities to draw the people in.
Yes. They're people.
Exactly.
Yes.
And that's when I was the mayor of Millville. I was the only mayor ever for 12 years because of the form of government. And I was able to bring in the New Jersey Motorsport, the town center, all kinds of development because I'm a businessman. I have the personality and the time to spend to bring them in and work and get them in here. And Millville had a lot of great things to offer, as well as the UEZ zone and things of that nature. But I'm so impressed with Mayor Finucci. He's just done an
Unbelievable guy.
job.
We have some great mayors in our legislative district.
Yeah, I'm sure you do.
And it's good to have those conversations and the institutional knowledge that they can give us that we can take up the Trenton and make a difference is huge. And I always love talking to Mayor Finucci. He's a great guy and a family guy as well.
Yes, he is.
And he not only cares about his constituents, but he cares about the county and the district and how it should be run.
Yeah.
And that's the type of people you love to work with and you love to root for as your mayors.
We're talking with Assemblyman Antoine McClellan. We'll be back to wrap up the program with Assemblyman McClellan right after these messages.
New Jersey Motorsports Park. Experience the adrenaline rush of go-karting on our challenging tracks, with arrive and drive sessions, available for all skill levels. Looking for something even more daring? Try your hand at axe throwing, and see if you can hit the bullseye. After a day of excitement, relax at the Finish Line Pub Restaurant, and enjoy delicious food and drinks. Group experiences are also available, so bring your friends and family. For an unforgettable adventure, visit NJMP.com to learn more and book your experience today.
At Mintz Insurance, we're proud to have been serving our customers for nearly 80 years, offering 30 different insurance products for your auto, home, and business. And to help ensure that you're getting the best rates possible, we give you up to 3 quotes for every policy, so you can choose what's right for you. At Mintz, we're part of the community, local representatives, supporting events, and proud of it. It's part of who we are. Mintz Insurance. Call today and find out how we can help you save on insurance, or visit us at mintzinsurance.com.
More than a century ago, General Tire was born, right here in America. Since then, we've made a name for ourselves by making tires you can depend on. Tires built to handle any road this country can throw at them, and relied on by every kind of driver. So you know that no matter where life takes you, with General Tire, anywhere is possible.
Life puts a lot of demands on us. There's our jobs, those community and charity projects, our friends, and the demands of the family,
Happy birthday.
birthdays and homework, the upkeep and maintenance of our homes, cars, and possessions. Maybe it's time to really weigh out the things of greater importance, our relationship with God. Let us help you. New Life Church, Millville, New Jersey.
Makes sense. Welcome back to Inside Edition. My special guest is Antoine McClellan, one of my favorite assemblymen with a great personality. Antoine, wanted to talk to you a little bit about the Sheriff's Department. I know in Cumberland County we talked about Mike Donato, what a great guy he is, and they're having trouble finding sheriff's officers.
Yes.
Millville Police Department is down like 10 or 12 officers. They really are hurting badly because they're not keeping up with the pay scale. Are you guys doing okay?
We're doing okay. Our sheriff has the jail as well, so we have Cape May County Jail. So we have correctional police officers, we have the sheriff's officers, and we also have, you know, the animal shelter as well. But as far as the law enforcement division, when the law changed that would allow us to recruit off of the street, you know, away from civil service, it helped out a lot. Because that way you don't have to take the civil service test to become law enforcement. You just have to go through that process. And so we're able to put flyers out and talk to individuals as we see them, you know, go directly to, because all you have to be is a high school grad or have your GED. So we're able to go to schools and recruit that way as well. So it's helped out a bunch. So we're not in a perfect situation, but we're in a lot better situation.
That's great. You know, one of the things I'd always said, and Joe Pepitone was last place in Wildwood. He's my friend, and he was public safety director at the city of Millville. And I said, you know, to me, especially in like late May or late August, go down to the different shore communities where you have the special twos and see if they would come, even if it's, and the guy did. He came part-time. He was a teacher, so he would come maybe work some weekends and things like that. So he was doing double duty at Wildwood during the summer, and he would come to Millville for, you know, weekends and things. So I guess for you guys, it's probably another way of maybe finding some sheriff's officers.
100%. To be able to get a Class 2 officer, is they still have some training to do, but they can at least come in and work to that next academy. And then and that way they'll be good. A Class 1, unfortunately, they can't because they're not carrying. But the Class 2s, they have a majority of that training, so they can come in and at least do a lot of the work. And then when that next academy comes in, then we can just send them right to the academy to finish.
So right now, your sheriff's officers bringing off the street. They're Class 1. They don't carry a gun.
No, they'll go to a full academy and they're Class 2. So I mean, they're regular officers. Excuse me, yeah. So we can just call. We can call you and have you come in and you go through an academy and do some sit-ups and push-ups and everything for 6 months, and then we can put you out on the street.
That's good. Yeah. In fact, I was telling a fellow that I really like that works at one of the pharmacies in town. He wants to get into law enforcement, and his name's Kevin. I said, Kevin, the nice thing is I would encourage you to go to the Sheriff's Department in Cumberland County for 2 reasons. Mike Donato is great, but I said the other good thing is you'd probably be working at courthouse. That's 8:30 to 4:30. Yep. And then, you know, eventually you may go to the warrant division, but that would be after more experience. So the type of things that Cumberland County Sheriff's Department does, they aren't involved with the jail. The Sheriff's Department is. They have a small division, I guess, of correction officers on their own. but it's certainly something, and it is a good career, especially sheriff's department.
Yes.
And even Cape May County Police Department, I would think, would be a lot better than being on the Camden County Police Department. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't think you have quite the violence.
No, we
you
don't.
don't have many shootings in Camden.
No, we definitely do not. And we have we have our police academy in Cape May Courthouse, which is a great academy. So all of those officers that are from Cape May County go to that police academy.
Super.
So Tom DePaul, who's the head of the director of that academy, does a fabulous job at training those officers. So we get them up and down the state, but once you graduate from Cape May County Academy, you've graduated and you're prepared to get out on the street. And the good thing to follow up with you about the sheriff's office is a Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 4:30.
Exactly.
You get all your weekends and your holidays off.
Exactly.
So
right.
and you're protecting the judge.
Yeah.
And that's your main job.
Yes.
But with Cape May County, we do have a K-9 unit, we do have a warrants unit, and we have the park and zoo. So we have a unit for the park and zoo as well. And then we're out there with the other municipalities that need help. Especially during the summer for us, we can go out and so.
That's right. We're busy.
Yeah, so we'll go out and we'll provide some help for those municipalities as well.
Wait, it's interesting. I was telling Antoine, my cousin's own men's restaurant, and we were talking about maybe getting a show going with Antoine and Joe Condo and stuff down there. And what I have my cousin Jay and his wife, and then my other two cousins are Denise and Trudy, and then my younger cousin Johnny. They're all with the restaurant and several others. And we talk about getting different ones that are men's. And then my sister, my brother-in-law, my niece. I got a lot of family in Cape May County, in North Cape May and Lower Township actually is where they all vote for you and Eric.
Thank you.
But it's a nice community. Cape May County is super.
That's great. We're a little bubble.
You really are a wonderful bubble. Cape May City is a beautiful town. Cape May Point, West Cape May, it's just beautiful. And Wildwood has come up a lot. I used to think Wildwood was sort of not the best of the places, but my friend Joe has a place there. Wildwood Crest is phenomenal, and the values have moved up. And the one thing that I think, and even I think Ocean City's having trouble with too, I was in Margate the other night. They have a curfew, a 10 o'clock curfew, because the kids get rowdy.
Absolutely. So that was a big problem when they passed the marijuana legislation. It kind of freed up some things for teens to go wild. And the teens are smart nowadays because they can get everything on their phone, so they know what the police can do to them and what they can't do to them. And so that's a big push for us legislators, is how we can allow the cops to get back control of that, and allow our guests to be able to come and relax and visit and enjoy the shore for what it is, and not have to worry about rowdy teens, causing problems, and letting the parents know what their teens are doing, because a lot of parents don't know what their kids are doing, and so it's important that we're able to tell them what they're doing.
Yeah. Before we wrap up, I got to talk to you about one of my very favorite mayors we haven't talked about, Bill Piccoliski. Do you know him? Huh?
Yes, I do know Mayor Piccoliski.
Now, I'm sure you've bought him many meals too.
Yes, absolutely.
Me too.
Yes, great guy, and for him in Woodbine to do what he's doing is unbelievable, and not just Woodbine, throughout the state.
Yeah.
He's known throughout the state.
Yes, he is.
From the small town of Woodbine to be recognized throughout the state for being a great mayor, and to get federal dollars into the town.
Yes, he does.
And state dollars into that town. So he's doing a lot of great work. He's an important cog in Cape May County.
Yeah.
And yes.
I look at the intersections; they're paved with pavers, and he's got and I keep kidding him. He used a firm in Vineland that get a lot of his grants, and he's smart, bringing in the money and doing all those things. And of course, Bill and I have been friends for a long, long time. And we get together at Nicoselda too.
Yes.
Quite a bit. So he does a really good job. Who was the mayor of? Is it Morrow now? Avalon?
Avalon?
Yeah. Or no?
No.
It was Marty Kalugi.
Yes, it was. And now I can't remember the gentleman's name.
Well, one of the funny things was when I was mayor of Millville, Marty was mayor of Avalon. I said, Marty, I believe in reincarnation. When I come back, I want to be the mayor of Avalon. Because Millville doesn't have 1/4 the ratables that Avalon has.
Yes.
Or Stone Harbor, and now Sea Isle, and all of them.
And the Palugis are Cumberland County people,
Yes,
and they went
are.
over and
That's
they
right.
came
My
to Cape May
dad-
County and taken over.
Yeah, that's right. My
Yes.
dad used to get his fuel oil from his family. That's true.
Yes.
Antoine, thanks, man.
Thank
for
you so
coming in.
much. It's always
good
a
to
pleasure.
see you. God bless you.
God
Keep
bless you
up
as
the
well.
work.
And just remember that I'm the better assemblyman. the first legislative district.
Well, you came. Thank God.
Yes,
I
yes.
appreciate that very much. And sometime when we move it to Cape May County, I'm sure Eric will be showing up because that's closer to his house in Rio Grande. And I want to thank Ryan Narowski for producing the show. My guest has been Assemblyman Antoine McClellan. Thank you for joining us, folks. We'll see you real soon. Bye-bye.
This has been a QBC television production, in association with our partners and sponsors. QBC broadcasts on Comcast Cable Channel 22, and live streams its programming on Facebook and YouTube. All rights reserved by Quinn Media and QBC. Programming that serves the South Jersey market.